Hello queens, and welcome to today's video. I was making 2 other videos but I had to drop them and start making this one, cause I have so much to say. As many of you know, Seunghan was recently just kicked out of Riize after being back for only 2 days. He went on hiatus for a year due to Korean fans being upset at him for having a girlfriend and smoking before he even debuted. So basically they're mad. He was a normal teenager? Well anyways, he was kicked from the group for not being a loser. First of all, I don't even stand Riize, but even I'm angry at this situation. And as an orbit, I think I've heard this song before. Now, the reason he left is due to the bullying and backlash he received. And when I say bullying, I mean literal harassment from sick fans. They sent him thousands of death threats. They bullied him on and offline and started bullying the other members as well. And they said they wouldn't stop until he had committed suicide.
This is a video of Seunghan walking past the funeral flowers. Just so you see how bad the bullying was,
I genuinely can't even put into words how disgusting this is. This is sick and inhumane. Doing this to a human being. Are you fucking sick? And remember, all this over him being a normal teenager. He never did anything illegal or morally corrupt. He literally just dated someone and smoked once. I think the worst part of the scandal and why it blew up so bad is cause of how poorly SM handled the entire thing. First, sending him on a year-long hiatus and having the rest of the 6 members build their status without him was a very dumb decision. And then, when immature fans started harassing Seunghan after he came back, SM decided to just throw him to the wolves. They didn't defend him. They didn't take care of him as a proper company should. They just removed him from the group. SM has no backbone. They are completely spineless. They always have been, but this situation just shows how bad it is. They will never, and have never, defended their artists properly. And worst of all, this now sends a message to these immature, psycho fans that they can get whatever they want if they just harass and bully an idol enough. How disgusting. I really can't stress this enough. This is the message SM is sending to these entitled fans. They now believe they can just complain loud enough and harass idols to get what they want. This is a very troubling and dangerous message to send to toxic fans. Not just for Riize, but for K-pop as a whole. The response to this scandal has me terrified for K-pop and idols. I really need more people to understand how dangerous this is, especially since OT6 fans said they were dedicated to making Seunghan feel suicidal. Toxic fans now think harassments and threats are okay, all cause SM told them it was. SM literally rewarded all these toxic fans. Now they're just gonna keep doing this and encourage other fans to do it as well. And to further this, there's fans now saying Riize is only 5 members cause of wonbin supporting Seunghan in a Weverse post. And some even saying Riize is only 4 cause so he was spotted crying at the airport. And as some people are after Yoonseok now. This is so insane. What are you guys gonna do whenever a member makes you upset over something little? You're gonna demand them to leave the group every single time? If you keep doing this, there literally won't even be a group anymore. You'll turn on every single member. It's so sad how people keep constantly forgetting K-pop idols are humans. It's crazy that I have to say this in 2024, but idols are humans. They are not your toys. They're not your boyfriends or girlfriends. You don't own them, and they don't owe you anything. They just make music for you. That's it. Stop feeling so entitled to people who don't even know you exist. You'll never know them personally, so stop acting like you do. And start acknowledging that they're humans with feelings. They're not robots. They have feelings. They have lives. They have a life outside of being an idol. Stop ruining their lives and careers over something as small as smoking or dating. The standards for idols are absolutely ridiculous. Fans want idols to be so unrealistically perfect that they're not allowed to have lives while they're idols, or even before they debut. It's also so ridiculous that fans think your past actions, especially as a teenager, define who you are as an adult and define who you are in your profession. Absurdity. This whole situation has really highlighted the toxicity in K-pop fan culture. The possessiveness, the entitlement, the desperation for control. It's all really disturbing. I also want to point out the hypocrisy in fans that are OT6, which is mainly Korean fans. They think international fans have lower standards for morals, and that's why we don't see their perspective, which is so laughable. They think their morals are in the right place. Mind you, these are the same people who said dating and smoking is bad, but bullying, harassing, and saying they won't stop until Seunghan committed suicide is morally okay. And they think sending death wreaths to someone is morally okay. That's their perspective. They think wishing death on someone over the tiniest thing is morally sound. Do these people seriously not even hear themselves? Even if you don't support what Seunghan did, that doesn't give you permission to send threats to him or harass him into leaving the group. You could have just ignored him and paid attention to the other members. Bullying him and causing him extreme mental distress proves what a soulless, miserable loser you all are. I also just think it's beyond ironic and hypocritical that Korean fans will literally cancel celebrities for bullying scandals and ruin their careers for allegedly bullying someone. But Korean fans are the biggest bullies in the whole world. They literally bully and harass idols to the point of leaving groups or taking their own lives. Do you guys really not see what terrible people you are? And after all the idols that have left us to suicide, how can Korean fans still be so heartless and cruel towards idols? They haven't learned from their past at all. They have no remorse. They even want to encourage idols to take their own lives. It's beyond disturbing. Side note, I know the idols I've mentioned that have lost their lives due to hate are more than just their deaths, and we should all acknowledge that and appreciate them for their talents. However, I feel it's important to tell their stories to avoid repeating history. It's not to disrespect them or narrow down their lives to just their deaths. Obviously, they are much more than that, but we have to remember what people did to them and never let them forget. Otherwise, they'll do it again.
I think your opinion is not harmful right now. I think I am. These are harmful words, aren't they? They're harming people. Are they not? So like, what do you think of it? What do you think the impact of your word is? Like if you okay.
You can clearly tell the other members genuinely love Seunghan and want him back. They trained with him and debuted with him. They're clearly close and believe in OT7 more than anyone. So I think it's kind of funny how OT6 Breeze are saying things like, I don't care what the members want, I only care what I want. Bro, you sound crazy. This further proves how selfish and nutty these fans are. Imagine not even caring about your own idol's wishes. And after all the pain these fans have caused the members, I'm sure they don't even like OT6 fans. They probably can't stand any of you. You terrorized their best friend and ruined his career. You also tainted their own careers. There's no chance they even like any of you. You should have just left the fandom and let the rest of us enjoy all 7 members together. Another thing is that this scandal has also ruined any chances for any other idols going public with their relationships. Idols obviously date, they just keep it secret. Fans need to stop being delusional. Idols shouldn't have to feel pressure to hide their relationships. This scandal has only taken us multiple steps backwards. Anyways, that's all I have to say for now. I might have forgotten something, so if I did, let me know in the comments. OT6 stans can leave though, you're not welcomed here. Like this video if you're hot and sexy, and subscribe if you want to see more K-pop yap videos. With that being said, I leave you with this really good TikTok response I found.
Okay, I think I don't need to talk to and listen to OT6 Breeze, particularly because the root of their belief is that idols shouldn't be able to have personal lives. Seunghan engaged in activities before he had this job that were both legal and consensual. And OT6 Breeze were sending him messages saying they wouldn't stop bullying him until he ended his own life over it. That is not a perspective that I personally, as a human being who cares about other human beings, have any interest in lending any credibility to. I don't need to hear out and lend credibility to people whose earnest belief is that they felt cheated on when they found out that he'd had a girlfriend before he debuted. That is abnormal, unhealthy behavior, and we shouldn't reward it. I checked out your posts from their perspective, and I think they're BS. Wonbin's post is suspicious. Do you think Seunghan hacked his Weverse account? These are early 20s guys who became friends while they were trainees and wanted to continue this journey together because he hadn't done anything wrong. And if we're being realistic, I guarantee every member of Riize has done all of those same exact things. And I guarantee every active idol has done those same exact things. Because that's what people do. No, I'm not gonna reward any nutjob with a chipped shoulder and a screw loose who happens to have a mildly incriminating pre-debut picture of my favorite idols. Why would I do that? And SM doing that is a disgrace. I don't care about their perspective. I'm not going to use my platform to lend credibility to an inherently flawed and unhealthy viewpoint. That wouldn't be nuanced, that would be unethical. The members clearly wanted him back, and let's not pretend they didn't, because I saw OT6 Korean Breeze on Twitter saying, I don't care what the members want, I care what I want, and I spend the money. This was never about what the members wanted, this was about people being mad that SM wasn't kowtowing to what they wanted. And to pretend the people that sent 1,000 funeral wreaths hoping he died to the company building are saying anything else is to be completely disingenuous at worst and completely gullible and naive at best. I got a little heated. So no, I don't need to talk to or listen to OT6 Breeze. I don't need to do anything. I don't need to consider their perspectives whatsoever when forming my own. Because quite frankly, the basis of their perspective is something that I am ideologically opposed to. I've talked to some, and they're all miserable and selfish people. And I have a feeling that talking to more of them isn't going to change that impression.